man. What a beautiful sunset type of day. Man. I like that bike right there. You see it in the back?
Yeah, the green one.
Yeah. I was looking at bikes earlier. You know they got a V8 powered Boss Haas motorcycle? This thing's got a V8 in it. And most of these motorcycles usually have a twin cylinder setup. So it's like, that's crazy. You know, it's a V8 that was made to power a car, now powering a thing that weighs, 1,100 pounds at the most. That's an immense amount of power to weight ratio. But I mean, this is kind of what's going on now, is people are making lighter vehicles with more power. Well, some companies are. Some other companies are making things that are just hideous, don't really look all that good no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Aesthetically speaking, it's kind of been that way for a little while.
It's funny to think, I'm nostalgic for those jelly beans from the 90s. It's like those were so ugly at the time, and now they're iconic.
True.
It's like people desire those. Like the older Ford Taurus show, like people want that.
People desire nostalgia, right?
The first gen Focus.
Can't really blame them.
I can't really blame them, but I'm just saying it's funny to think. Because it's so unexpected.
True.
When we were kids, we never thought those cars would be ever cool. Nobody would ever think they were interesting. And now all of a sudden, these gray plastic blobs of metal and plastic are desirable. As will cars of this generation, the early 2010s.
You think so?
I think so. Shoot, you look at the Lexus GX 430 from 2013. Like, that car is considered desirable now because it had a V8 in it that was real powerful. But it was very, it was almost in a way like a personal luxury car kind of feel. But it had a lot of power, and now those are becoming desirable. So yeah, this generation will get desirable too, and I guarantee you there'll be someone out there who's quirky enough that collects things like this, like the Sonatas.
Why would they collect it? I mean, the battery.
People do stuff like that, man. Yeah. There's guys with like 15 different Ford Model Ts or something.
I've seen those guys.
It's like, that's just how people are. They get something they like and they start collecting it. For better or for worse. And I mean, it's just kind of how it is. It's busy over at the college tonight.
Yeah, it's probably some event.
Maybe.
Every time there is, it's traffic like this.
That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, Vegas Arena's right here.
That's alright though. A little bit of traffic ain't a bad thing. Sometimes traffic can feel relaxing. Just slowing down and driving.
Depends on how slow the traffic is.
Yeah.
It's tedious. Where you gotta be cautious, it's kind of like this. It's a little different. You're not just stopped, you're constantly adjusting.
Yeah. That's something where I think it's just, it's not a fun situation to always be in.
No, absolutely not.
very much like that. This is a pretty campus, though.
Oh yeah. SGSU looks nice.
But it's very stuck in that late 90s, early 2000s design trend.
Oh, I see that early 2000s for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of, like this bridge, for example, this big archway. You know, a suspension bridge rather than something more traditional. That'd be cheaper to build. Gotta be fancy, gotta be different.
Mm-hmm.
Or this building, built like a step ladder.
The building was actually made not too long ago, I think. I remember when they were working on this.
It was built kind of like a step ladder. And it's this alternating brown color, which looks very nice and modern and hip. Look at the railings on those things. You know, gray with this nice quality metal, very, very textured, very nice metal, versus the way they did it in my grandparents' time when they got their condo in Coronado in the 70s. It was all glass railings, these endless glass railings.
Condo in Coronado, man, that must have been.
Yeah, you know the big towers that overlook where the seals run in the morning? That's where they were.
Let's see.
I think it was like a $700,000 place in 1973 for a condo.
How much again? How much money?
$745,000 in like 1973.
That's kind of expensive.
It's in 1973. That's like $3 million today.
Yeah, easily. Did they ever sell it or?
Yeah, they sold it a few years ago when my grandma left town with my aunt after my grandpa died. But you know, it's like it's crazy to think about. You know, realistic. Like, funny enough, another place in Coronado, like the Hotel Del, when it was built, the land was purchased for like something like, I think, $10,000, and then now that land that the Hotel Del Mar, or the Hotel Del in Coronado, is like $500 million in property right there.
That'd be crazy. One house in Coronado, man, you'd be able to live for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Some of those places are really beautiful though, man. I think of it like different parts of like Miami, where there's like the little broke off island type thing in the middle.
Yeah.
I think about it like that usually.
You ever see yourself moving somewhere else in San Diego, but not like the city area like we're in?
Yeah. Like Alpine or something.
Yeah. Outskirts.
I don't hate that idea. I just, never really thought of it. I like it, that area. It's pretty.
Yeah, me too. Nice and calm too.
Yeah.
Lakeside area.
But you got to drive a lot farther to get to anything.
True.
Ain't that 5-minute grocery ride anymore. I hate to say it, there's something to be said for that.
Not out there, no way. Sometimes, but you're gonna be paying more to go to the local ones. But there's some farms out there too. I've seen some farms.
Yeah.
So, you know, in some cases you lose some, but you gain like farm fresh milk and farm fresh eggs. Although I'm sure they're expensive.
Yeah. I get what you're saying though.